Welcome citizens to my new video. Now today we are going to explain something that is very important for all of us. The 3.23 brings so many changes in the gameplay, in the key bindings, and also the mechanic and graphics of the game. So now we have a lot more improved graphics and we have to know some things when we go live. So this video is made for all of you to prepare yourself, to familiarize yourself with the new ways in the Star Citizen. So let's get started. The first thing that you have to know is the new graphics settings. So if you go to options, graphics, now you have render graphics, DirectX 11 3D and Vulkan Beta. Now we have upscaling. We have auto, quality, balance, performance. I love to use quality because it gives me a little bit better image than right now what I have in native 4K, and also it gives me some more FPS, around 4 to 5. But you can experience with all three options, and all three options are better than the standard 4K. You can watch the videos online and you will see that it is like that. Which upscaling technique you would use? There is a DLSS, that's NVIDIA, FSR, that's AMD, and there is CIG TSR. In my opinion, or maybe I am having NVIDIA graphics card, the best results are with DLSS, the best quality of graphics. So use this. Also, we have changes here. We have now water, number of simulated regions. I'm using very high. For some reason it's always this resetted to medium when I enter the game again. And planetary volumetric clouds, now you can go all the way to photo mode. I'm using very high because for some reason it gives me better performance than when I use medium or low or high. So test it for yourself and see what's best. Okay, that are the changes in graphics card. FPS shooting mode. So first of all, now if you press 1, you will equip your gun. For some reason 2 does nothing for me. So if I press 3, I will switch to my sidearm. So 1, my main gun, 3, my sidearm. And now 4 is the healing med pen. 5 is, of course, tractor beam. And 6, fist. And that is it. So these are the all shortcuts that you have now. You can also customize them as you like it in options. Next thing that we have to know is if you press 1 and hold it long, you will get this nice new wheel where you can select what you want. For example, Paramed Medi device. Same thing as before, press B and you will heal yourself. Next thing that you won't see difference is when you press F, now you cannot equip or watch or I don't know, do something with your gun. So if you press F and then click on it, nothing will happen. But if you click both of the mouses, you will open this wheel in which you can customize, holster, place, inspect, drop and carry lowered. We will do just that. And now we have this cool image. Yeah, that's a very nice thing to know. Beside that, we have, let's give our gun again. We have now dynamic crosshair. Look at this thing that's moved in front of my gun. It's very useful, but when you are shooting, it's moving. Look at this. So it's harder and harder to hit, which is kind of nice. And you only have the dynamic crosshair with the helmets that are military, like this one that I have here. So if you use engineering or something else, it will not have dynamic crosshair. Now, if I forget something, please write me down in the comments. It will really help all the players when we have everything in one place. Now let's go and jump to our beloved C1 to see the master modes and other changes. The next change that I want to say is prompt of F. So before you had to click F and hold and then click on what you want. Now there is a combination. On some things you still do this, like for example elevators, but on other things you can just press F and then you are sitting. So as soon as the prompt comes up, you press it and you are already doing it. same with the buying, same with the opening doors and etc. But if you press F and hold, you open this wheel, so you can now lie down. And if you press and hold, okay, and now F and hold, you can log out or get up. So the first thing that you will see is now the change in our viewing screen. Now it's a little bit more cleaner. There is no altimeter on the right side showing your height, but you have a little numbers here, if you can see it on the right side, which tells your altimeter. So if you go higher, it will show you. And these things here in the middle, now they show you your angle in which you are flying. Right now it's 0 degree because I'm landed. Okay, let's turn on our ship. We are turning the ship as always before. Now let's go outside. Now one thing that is new in 3.23 is when you have your landing gear down, look at this, you cannot fly higher than 30 meters per second faster. So this is the top speed. If I close the landing gear, now you can fly fast. If I open the landing gear, you will immediately come back to 30 meters per second. Now, if you do not like this, like I didn't like, this is good thing for the new players, but for the experienced player, it's not good. So I went to options and Keybindings. We'll have to go to advanced control customization. Now we'll have to vehicle flight movement. This is called automatic precision mode, and you can set it up as a toggle or enable disable. I've set it toggle. If you want to change it, you just have to double click it and then press whatever button you want it to have. So for me it's easier to put it as a toggle than enable disable. So if I press it once it will disable it. If I press it another time, it will enable it. So let's see. Now I have the landing gear down. I can only fly 30. If I press my none key, voila, I am flying fast and I still have my landing gear down, which is kind of nice. So now we will close the landing gear up and let's go a little bit higher in the atmosphere to show you the next major update in Star Citizen 3.23. Alright, we are above 2 kilometers. We can use our quantum drive. When you fly very fast, there is now camera shaking and your whole camera will start to shake. I have disabled it. If you hate it like I do, you will have to do this. You will have to go to options, game settings, then scroll all the way down until you find global camera shake. The global camera shake will be on 1 and it will shake like crazy. So just pull it all the way on the left side to 0 and now you will have this smooth flight, which I really like. Okay, let's go back in the cockpit. So as you all know, now in 3.23 we have master modes. So what are the master modes? The master modes are basically splitting your way of flying from before to 2 modes. The first one is SCM guns, the mode in which we are right now. You will have your shields here on and you will have your weapons on. So you can fly, you can shoot, but you cannot fly faster than 200 meters per second, 203. You can boost a little bit faster, and that depends if you are in an atmosphere or which ship you are flying. For example, Crusader C1 can boost all the way until 355 and my 325 can boost all the way to 500 meters per second. You are now in the SCM guns. You can fight, but you cannot fly fast and you cannot access the quantum drive. You want to now go in a quantum drive. So these are the new changes in the quantum drive. If you press B, nothing happens. You are not turning the quantum drive as before. So you have to now press and hold B and then let it go and you are in nav mode. In the nav mode, you can fly your top speed. This is the top speed for Crusader C1. Pretty fast. So now we have spooled. If you want to change back to the SCM guns, you cannot do it by pressing B, you have to hold B. And then you instantly brake from this great speed to a 200 meters per second, which is kind of dumb for me because they forget about G-force and you will probably faint when you are flying 1100 meters per second and then in 1 second brake to 200. But this gives an opportunity for you to fly fast to the target and then stop immediately. Once you switch back to the nav mode, your shield will be held in a buffer and it will immediately come back online. So you don't have to be scared of not having your shield. All its matter is you have the shield already on and that it is at full strength before you go in a nav mode. So look, I'm in the nav mode, the shield is going down, you can see it on the left side, and it's now completely off. And as soon as I switch back, the shield is immediately coming back online, which is real nice. Now you can switch very fast between SCM mode and nav mode. Look at this, and the spooling time is very fast, depends on the size of the ship. If your ship is smaller, it will even spool faster. If it's a bigger quantum drive like XL1 that I have now, that's a size 2 and size 3, you'll need a little bit more time. Okay, now the next thing, we want to go to the Seraphim station. So what do? We calibrate as before, and then if you are pressing B as I did before, nothing happens. If you press and hold B, you switch back to the SCM guns. So they've changed the key bindings there too. So you have to turn back online nav mode again, calibrate, and then left click on your mouse and hold it and then let it go. And you are flying in the quantum drive. So that are the changes of the master modes. So in nav mode you do not have shields and you cannot fire your weapons, as you can see it now. But when you are switched back to the SCM mode, now you can fire and you have your shield immediately getting back online. Also, the next change that we have is all the ships have now gimbals, and the gimbals are same as the weapon. For example, there was not too many changes on C1 because it was already kind of prepared for these modes, but if you take some other ship like Connie, you had 2 S5 and 2 S4 on a gimbal. Now you have on a gimbal all 4 as a S5 weapons, which is a little bit bigger boost. So the changes in the gimbal. Right now I'm not in a gimbal mode. If I turn on the gimbal mode by pressing G, now I have a gimbal mode. And look at this, this crosshair is now a little bit faster than my ship moving. So the gimbal mode is not automatic anymore, and you are firing a little bit slower. Look at this. Now if I turn off the gimbal, I'm firing faster. You can see the difference. So you are firing slower when you are in gimbal mode, but you have a little bit bigger range of motion. That is the gimbal mode. Alright, next thing that you want to know is you have a sniping mode in the game. The sniping mode works as when you press the toggle of the sniping, you will go into this view. And you can fire, but really slow, even slower than in a gimbal mode. But what it allows you is to shoot the target from a distance, and by pressing R, I don't have a ship right now, but you are cycling at which position you want to shoot on the ship. So if you want to shoot engines, if you want to shoot, I don't know, quantum drive, disable it, or maybe kill it fast, sub targeting. So this is really useful if the ship is big like Hammerhead and it has a lot of turrets. So you go a little bit further from the ship and then you zoom it and shoot at it and destroy the turrets, and then you come back in the normal mode, come to the ship and bam bam bam, kill it. Okay, that are the changes that I can remember from my head and that I've experienced in 3.23. If there is something that I've forgotten, please write down in the comments for all of us to know and to have it on one place. If you like this video, if you find it useful, please subscribe, like and share. And until next video, have fun out there, my fellow citizens.